Epic Games is constantly updating Fortnite, bringing to it new and exciting items, skins, and LTMs. Each one makes the game all that much better. The only issue with changing the game so much is that glitches and bugs are bound to creep in. These glitches can run from the humorous to downright game-breaking. We'll be looking at some of the biggest ones we found this season and exploring how and why they may have arisen. We get that building a game is hard. There are millions upon millions of variables that game devs need to account for. And even if they were on top of every little detail, there still would be that one random thing that throws the game into chaos. Lucky for us, and for Epic Games, Fortnite is played by millions of people all around the world. If there's a glitch, players will find it and post about it. It's only through an active community that devs can hear about the bugs and fix them. So if you see something, say something. You might be the voice that reaches Epic Games' ears. Season 4 has been rife with major glitches, many of them resulting from the unique nature of the new mythic hero items, as well as the new game modes. We've got some real crazy glitches coming up, so stick around. Before we jump into the glitches, why not give the video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click that bell so you never miss a video. Also use code NewScapePro in the item shop. This is NewScapeGames, your source for Fortnite news, leaks, and theories. WOLVERINE'S SNIKT. This glitch comes to us from the Save the World part of the game. This glitch is a real doozy, and we're glad we never experienced it firsthand. In that game mode, when players equipped the Wolverine pickaxe, it would delete an item from their inventory. This would be bad enough if it were to happen in Battle Royale, but in Save the World, it's truly devastating. This is because players have earned or paid for the item in their inventory, meaning the pickaxe is deleting players' hard-earned V-Buck purchases. Luckily, thanks to players, Epic was able to disable them promptly and has worked out a system for compensating players for their losses. Many people asked, how could this bug happen? We get it, it seems crazy at first, but looking a little closer, it all makes sense. When you equip the pickaxe, it's actually replacing whatever pickaxe the player equipped in their locker. We figure there's a string of code that tells the game to remove the pickaxe and replace it with the new one. What probably happened is this command gets attached to other items mistakenly, and when removed from the player's inventory, there's no way to get it back. Luckily though, this glitch has been fixed. SNIKT hacking. This was a glitch from early in the season that has been, thankfully, patched. For this glitch, players had to land near a Quinjet and attack the SNIKT bots protecting it. After taking care of them, they had to hack one of the downed bots. This would put the little robot on your team. Players then had to die before that SNIKT bot was killed. This could be in the form of jumping off a high ledge or simply getting eliminated by another player. Either way, after you're eliminated, all you have to do is spectate till the end of the game, and you'll share in the victory royale of whoever wins. This means you get the XP, get your stats upped, and even the victory umbrella for the season. While it doesn't negatively affect other players, it's a very cheap way to gain prestige and advance in competitive mode. What makes this game-breaking to us is how cheap it is. Players are fighting for the victory and you're essentially piggybacking off their hard work to reap the rewards. Luckily, this was quickly fixed by Epic and is no longer in the game. We aren't sure exactly how this glitch works, but we have a theory. When you get eliminated with a friendly SNIKT bot, the game thinks your team is still in the game. When you switch to spectating though, it kind of forgets who's on your side. When the match finally ends, the game assumes you must have been on the winning team. That's our theory at least. Underwater glitch. This glitch may seem minor, but it is actually very unfair to players that are not in the know. This glitch allowed players to actually walk on a riverbed. This was found to work on the river near Steamy stacks. As seen here, players would randomly just sink to the bottom and be able to walk. This gives players a ridiculous advantage over opponents. No one is expecting a player to be under the water, and getting the drop on opponents is half the battle in Fortnite. Luckily though, the water doesn't function like in real life and refract the bullets. This glitch was a little bit slower to be patched. Epic Games probably didn't think of it as game-breaking, but we do. Having glitches like these in the game are a real bummer. They make a system in which players can exploit the game's shortcomings to their own advantage. Seriously not cool. Upside down glitch. With this glitch, we have no idea what's going on, but we'll do our best to explain it. In the Marvel Knockout LTM, players have reported that certain skins appear inverted and a little mangled. This isn't as game-breaking as it could be, but it is still pretty disruptive. After equipping certain items, skins will invert themselves. This lasts for the rest of the match. We'd say it would be entirely game-breaking if this was in a standard Battle Royale match. The reasoning should be clear. If this was a regular match, how would you be able to make a headshot when the head is on the ground? We'd assume that the player's hitbox is not inverted, and hitting the player's inverted head wouldn't have the same effect. Luckily, this seems to be isolated to the Marvel LTMs. Why this is important is that most of the weapons in that mode are melee weapons, aside from Iron Man and Doom's mythics, which are ranged. Although those weapons have a large hit radius as well, making it even less of a factor. We still can't understand why this happened. It must have to do with the custom animation that occurs when you use a certain item, and when it resets the player model, this happens. Whatever the case may be, we'll be happy if we never see it again. Teleportation. This was another big glitch early in the season. Players would find themselves being teleported across the map, and sometimes even being casted out into the stormy seas. This is certainly game-breaking. Randomly sending players flying across the map isn't exactly fair, and it creates the sense that no matter what you do, you can lose because the game messed up. What makes this exceptionally frustrating for players is there is no way to know when it might happen. Luckily, players haven't reported the bug in several weeks, so we think that it has been successfully patched and fixed. Superman. This season may be all about Marvel, but this glitch has more of a DC vibe. One Fortnite player discovered that by combining Iron Man's repulsor gauntlets, a crash pad, a bounce pad, a chili pepper, and a spicy fish, they were able to launch themselves clear across the map in which they call Budget Superman. This glitch makes us scratch our heads. What about this combination causes the player to fly around like that? The dolphin dive is what gives the player the Superman pose, and we're guessing the pepper and spicy fish is what gives the action its length. This is very hard to pull off, requiring a vast array of items and weapons that are tough to come by. We don't think this totally breaks the game, but it totally changes the way the game is played. Invisibility. This glitch just keeps popping up. It was reported last season and has reappeared with a vengeance this season. This required Iron Man to pull off and made the player practically invisible. After disguising as a henchman, the player would use Iron Man's built-in emote and voila, invisible body. What's happening is the game is trying to change the henchman's body into the Iron Man suit, but it knows it can't change the disguise. This in turn causes the player to look invisible as the game decides to use neither skin. The reason it doesn't affect the head in the same way is the hood of the Doom henchman is a separate layer of clothing. Players are then able to sneak around mostly invisible. Now obviously all the same limitations of a henchman disguise affect the player, so if you shoot or bump into anyone, your cloak of invisibility gets taken off. This is pretty game-breaking. It clearly gives a particular skin a competitive edge over other players. It can be exploited for some fun, but in a competitive match, this would be completely frustrating. The glitch has been patched, and we are grateful for the team over at Epic for catching and fixing these bugs efficiently. Infinite XP. Players are constantly struggling to gather as much XP as they can during the season. Gaining XP unlocks new Battle Pass tiers and cool styles for skins. Fortnite gamers have discovered an exploit that allows them to gain 25,000 XP per match, for only a few seconds of work. This is related to the secret bomb defusing challenge that was introduced in 14.20. For this secret challenge, players need to go to 5 locations around the map and defuse a trap set up by those dastardly gnomes. This glitch needs players to not have completed the challenge, so if you've already completed them, this glitch will not work. What needs to happen is that after finding the trap, players will use one of their sprays to spray the trap. Each time you do, you get 5,000 XP, for a total of 25,000 XP per match. You can then just leave and drop right in to do it again. Not exactly the funniest glitch, but the rewards are big. The glitch appears to have been patched, but must have been a huge headache for Epic Games. The glitch itself is something of an enigma to us. We're not sure why spraying the trap causes the XP to be unlocked. These gnomes can be found in Steamy Stacks, Craggy Cliffs, Sweaty Sands, Holly Hedges, and Misty Meadows. Thor's Hammer. This last glitch isn't game-breaking, but we thought we'd include it because it's so gosh darn cool. If you turn your graphics up all the way to high and do the God of Thunder emote as Thor, you'll be glowing and acting normally. You then switch your graphics settings to low and start swinging. Mjolnir will leave a glowing trail behind it. It reminds us of the classic "You're watching Disney Channel" bumpers from back in the day. While the trail would lead enemy players right to you, they wouldn't necessarily be able to see it. It's nice when there's a glitch that we can all enjoy that doesn't break the game. And there you have it, those were all of the Season 4 glitches that broke the game. If there's glitches we failed to mention, leave them as a comment down below. We're always happy to see our fans reveal their knowledge of the game and let us know if we flubbed anything. If you enjoyed this video, why not like it, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell button so you never miss out on all the exciting news, leaks, and theories we have for you. This has been NewScapeGames. Thank you for watching.